Apau once again making the play call to hand it off versus carrying it himself and not going over the top and throwing it through the air, giving Damien secondary a chance to get picking tonight, which is what I've noticed is not happening, is the secondaries not making their picks.
Well, it is 2nd down and 9, 3:27 and counting down here. It's going to be Huddleston. Huddleston trying to make some magic here at 35. Baseball slide at around the 31. Clock continues to run as this should take it under 3 minutes on the play. Let's check it out here on the replay.
Hilo in their 4-minute offense, just handing it off 2 plays in a row. Huddleston, smart move, getting down, staying in bounds, allowing the clock to run. Just got to keep protecting the football and not any lazy turnovers late in this game.
Keep in mind the Monarchs have the full complement of timeouts here in the second half. They have all 3.
I'm surprised one isn't used about now just to stop the time.
Absolutely. 2:41 and counting down. Only 3 seconds on the play clock. It's going to be Apau. Apau will run straight into a pile here for around a gain of 1. And it's going to set up 4th and maybe 5. 2:24. Clock still not stopped. Let's check it out here on the replay. Coach Malfala.
Yeah, again, 4-minute offense. Apau called his own number, held on to the football, wants to keep that clock moving, secured it. Damien trying to rip it out.
Timeout, Damien.
Now timeout's been used.
First charge timeout of the second half.
All right. So Damien will call timeout, and so will we. 2:19 left here in the ball game. Hilo 35, Damien 19.
In Portugal, Nazaré, it's so quiet and all you hear is this giant wave. And it's almost as if it's like the monster at the cave at the other side of town. I think that question that pops into your head, what am I doing out here? This is really dangerous, and is it worth it? You're like, yeah, of course.
I made it! Earn 5 times miles with the Priority Destinations World Elite MasterCard. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Safety Council, 1.6 million crashes per year are caused by cell phone use while driving. If you pick up your phone while driving, it might be the last time you ever do. HHSAA reminds you to hashtag #TryWait.
And we're back here at Hawaiian Tail Federal Credit Union Field at Loa Stadium. Brian Agano with Coach Tabita Maile from St. Francis and Coach Abu Ma'afala from Kamehameha Kapalama, bringing to you the second half coverage. And possibly we're witnessing history here as Hilo looking to become the first Big Island team to win a football state title.
And we're now witnessing the history books being rewritten for the Big Island as Hilo, if they maintain this course of putting points on the board and controlling the time, they definitely will go down as the first.
This kick will struggle, and it is no good. So Hilo, again, up 16 with that field goal. We really would have nailed it shut. And now Damien here with the last chance here with 2:12 left. They do have 2 timeouts and down by 16.
Still like the play call there, you know, get your kicker out there, put him under the big lights and see what he can do. Now you got something to work on definitely for next season.
That's right. And for the Vikings, they've enjoyed a slew of pretty good place kickers throughout the last several years. All of them having at least 40 to 45 yard range. All of them are members of the soccer team, more or less. And here for the Monarchs, they're going to empty out the backfield. 5 receivers here. Fafara Padrina, and he is corralled. And the Vikings really pinning their ears back and now displaying that huge pass rush. Fafata Padrina here now facing second and long.
Absolutely. That's always the toughest part when you empty out the backfield. You've only got 5 guys to protect. And if they miss one guy in that protection and the coverage is anywhere okay, you're not going to get the ball down the field.
The Monarchs are forced to call their second timeout, as we'll keep it here. Again, 1:55 left, and let's talk about Damien, folks. This is a team that, you know, always was around a step close to getting into the title game, had a few misfortunes along the way, but this year has been a magical run here for the Monarchs.
The Monarchs have definitely earned this title shot through their perseverance, and trust me when I say perseverance, because they've escaped a few of our games by the chinny chin chin, and these guys, I have much respect for them being here at this
Please
this
set the game clock to 2 minutes and 1 second. 2:01.
Absolutely. Coach Maafala, your thoughts about the Hilo Vikings here on the cusp of something historical?
Thank you.
I mean, it's just awesome to see, like you said, in state tournament time, you like to see our outer island schools getting a shot and on the biggest stage, and couldn't be more excited for Coach Ramundo, former high school teammate of mine. Glad to see him doing well and putting out a great product, a great football team on the field.
And with 2 minutes left here for Fafata Padrina here, trying to escape a rush. Has a receiver going downfield, and Lauti could not corral that in. Oh, he had a beat on his man by at least a step. And it's been that kind of night here for the Monarchs. Let's check it out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job stepping up in the pocket, avoiding the rush. Great throw. Lauti's got to come up with that football in order to keep them in this game.
With the Monarchs going both ways, 3 ways, sometimes 4 ways, you know, fatigue also is a big factor for this team.
That's a very good point. We kind of touched on that in the first game as far as fatigue, and if you have more two-way players and how that will affect you here in the championship rounds. And that is intercepted. No, it's going to be incomplete. Tiaganco catches it on the short hop, and the Monarchs will fight for another down. Let's check it out here.
Yeah, you know, Fafata Padrina didn't know what he saw there. Came up lucky that the ball bounced off the ground, because that definitely would have been it for them.
Now facing 4th down. And surely this could be a last gasp effort here for the Monarchs. Marcus Fafata Padrino with 5 receivers. Hilo will have 3 on the front line here. They may bring in 4. They do. Fafata Padrino steps up, and he is corralled, tries to spin away, still on his feet, fighting, still fighting, but it will all prove feeble at the end here as the Vikings will stop him at the 20. It will be a turnover on downs, and surely for the Hilo Vikings, their first state title. Let's check it out here.
Yeah, again, empty formation. Hilo played great coverage, covered everything up. Fafata Padrina trying to keep it alive. Just too much for that relentless Viking defense.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Coach.
Viking defense has shown up and showed out. This is definitely where to do it at. With complementing their astonishing offense, which definitely controlled the clock majority of share.
You know, for Kale Huddleston, he will garner most of the headlines, and he has been the spotlight player. But Coach Maafala, it seems like it's been a team effort here tonight. A lot of the complementary players kind of fitted into the scheme.
Oh, absolutely. The big one there, Kaleo Apau, being able to do things with his feet and make throws when he needed to make throws. And then just like we talked about, executing the offense or the defense that was called. And that's always the difference between a win and a loss there is the level of execution going through the game.
Well said. And with 67 or 77 ticks left on the clock and counting down, big moment again here for the Big Island football. Konawaina losing on a walk-off touchdown against Lahaina Luna in probably one of the more heartbreaking games you'll see. Big Island football teams, a lot of people said that they were second-rate. A team that could never go on to Oahu and win the big one. A team that have hosted games on the Big Island and still couldn't win it against Oahu competition. But surely here tonight, here against a very magical and game Damien squad, they're 32 seconds away from pulling out the victory.
And making history as Big Island's first school with a state title.
That's right. For the late David Namau and Ted Ora. It's going to be a party at Coconut Island tonight here in the Hilo Bayfront. The Vikings will prevail here by a score of 35-19 against the Damien Monarchs. And guys, 2 games in a row here tonight, here today in our state football championships, been barn burners. What do you say, Coach Miley?
It definitely has been. And to see Hilo come up with their first state championship title in the HHSAA is quite an amazing feat. Congratulations to all the Hilo fans and the high school football team and the staff for coming out and showing up.
Absolutely. Coach Maafala, your final thoughts?
You know, hats off to Coach Eddie Kleneski and the Damien Monarchs to see the program that he's built at Damien. You know, when traditionally they have not been a powerhouse team, to see what they've done here in the last couple of years. My heart goes out to him and his staff, and a great job, great season, and just keep it building.
All right, so again, congratulations to the Hilo Vikings, winners of the Division I state title, 35-19 over the Damien Monarchs here. Just want to give a thank you to our Jumbotron crew for bringing tonight's coverage here. And of course, to our coaches, Coach Abu Maafala and Coach Tevita Maile. This is Ryan Nagano here from Aloha Stadium. This is a Stadium Star Sports presentation.